Good evening, everyone. It's wine o'clock here again at the Wine Man's. Tonight's wine is from Doña Paula. This is the 969 altitude wine. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about this 969, why it's such an amazing wine. I'll also tell you a little bit about Doña Paula as well. But we're going to taste this bad boy as well and see exactly what we've got going on. So let's start with Doña Paula. They are an amazing set of vineyards, all coming under the one name, the Doña Paula name. And they're based in various different parts of Argentina. Mendoza, all sorts of places. This particular one is from the Lujan de Cuyo. And it kicks in at 13.5%, which is quite good for alcohol levels. So this is from the 2019 vintage. 2019 was an outstanding vintage in Argentina. Truly magnificent. They had the rain at the right time, the sun at the right time, and the harvest conditions were the best that they had been for absolutely decades. And it has produced incredible Malbec, but also with this one, this is a blend of Petit Verdot, also Bonarda, and also Malbec. So it's 3 different grape varieties, all grown at slightly different altitudes. The Petit Verdot is just over about 1,050 meters above sea level, the lowest about 908, but the average is 969, hence the name 969. Now the soil, heavy clay, lots of pebbles, lots of gravel, so the vines really have to work hard because that clay takes an awful lot of the moisture, and the pebbles and everything, they just make it quite rough. So that means that the vines produce incredible fruit. So we're going to taste this now and see what we've got going on here. Because this blend, Petit Verdot, is used an awful lot in blending. But to have it as the dominant one, it's about 50% Petit Verdot. And then you've got about 40% Bonarda, an Italian grape variety. And then you've got around 5 or 10% Malbec, something like that. But not an incredible amount of differences with them. But because you have these very, I suppose they're feminine varietals with the Bonarda, and you just have a little bit less of the Malbec, it produces what should be, I haven't actually tasted this wine, so I'm really interested, but let's look at the colour for a start. Pretty dark in terms of the colour, and lots of beautiful legs that are clinging on there, those tears. So, okay, so let's come back to how it's processed and how it's vinified. So it has eggs, concrete eggs. Sounds mad, but they're literally almost like barrels, but they're actually concrete, and they are called eggs. And the wine is poured in there with all of the lees and everything that goes into the winemaking process. And it means that the wine is in constant motion, which basically adds to the complexity of the wine. And it softens the tannins because it's almost always getting a little bit of a beating as well. It undergoes malolactic fermentation, where the tart acid that is there is converted into a malolactic acid, a mallow acid, so which makes it much softer in terms of the mouth. But in terms of the aromas, I mean, it's like blueberries and almost an anise sort of characteristic. Really interesting. It's very herbaceous as well. But it's got almost, it's like a farmyardy type of character. It's not like Pinot Noir, it's nothing like that, but it really is an interesting smell. Wowza. Intense. The tannins are very firm initially, then they just go. Then the warmth comes in. But it's not a heat, it's just a beautiful warmth. It's really soft and it's very silky, and you get blueberries, you get raspberries, you get blackberries. They're all different flavors that are kicking in and enveloping and wrapping around you. This is a lovely wine. Because there is no oak influence of any kind, it allows the fruit to just shine through and show it at its best. I'm going to really recommend this wine. This is a beautiful wine. I think you're going to love it. And I'm going to taste the other 2 in the altitude range this weekend. But the 969, that's the one for today. Cheers.